On the eve of the fourth and final test in Trinidad, Virat Kohli, the Indian captain, shared his views on becoming the #1 test side as per the latest ICC test rankings and the little incentive of retaining it, staying focused during rain breaks, the flexibility of team selection based on the available conditions and more. Excerpts from the press conference. Q. Thoughts on staying on top of ICC test rankings if you win 3-0? A. It's a nice incentive, but it doesn't really change anything for the team. Our goal has been to play good cricket, and we've done that in the past 1 year or so. We want to continue with the same. Even last year, when we won against South Africa, because of some other team losing, we became #1 for a brief period. I think to be best side in the world, you need to play consistent cricket for a span of 3-4 years. This is a pretty immediate and short-term incentive. You have to play good cricket for a sustained period of time to actually be the #1 team in the world. We have played good cricket, that's why we've climbed up the rankings. If you see, we have played lesser number of games compared to other teams, so the more games you play, you can only be judged after that about how good the team has been. So far we've been very good, but I think at the end of the season, we'll probably be in a better position to look back at how we've played and then figure out where we stand. Q. How do you prepare for rain breaks? A. Sometimes when you have too many interruptions, some people tend to think they can relax, but I think you require more concentration in an interrupted game. When there are no breaks, you can plan according to how the game will go for 5 or 4 days. But with breaks, your plans and concentration will be disrupted very quickly. The term that people say, switch off and switch on, I think that is the most important factor in an interrupted game. That's what a cricketer has to master pretty quickly in his career, because you don't want a situation where you're not 100% into a game if you get interruptions. It's challenging, but when it happens you have to make sure that you get a hang of this as well, because it does happen quite often, especially in test cricket. Q. Do you prepare specifically for batting at #3? A. No, I don't. If you're playing 5 batters and looking to bat someone at #5, then the batting order that we played in the last game works. When we play 6 batters and 4 bowlers in home conditions, maybe where you won't require that extra 5th bowler who might not bowl too many overs, then the combination becomes different. We are open to both, like I've said in the past. I don't look to prepare in a different way. For me, the mindset matters before I go into bat. It can be any position. If you're mentally feeling good, then more often than not you will be able to execute your plans. Q. Bigger pool to select players from? If the wickets are drastically changing from one venue to the other, then obviously you will see a change here and there. Especially with one bowler playing in front of the other. But as far as the pool of players goes, I think we have a very good squad here. The standby players back home have the skill sets as well. Everyone has been briefed clearly about the roles that they have to play, and we have players that are being readied accordingly, according to every series. That is one thing that is very important to this team. That is the only way. If you look to take chances, and take a few risks, that is the only way you can win games and win series, and that's what we always look to do. Q. Any changes in the team selection for this game? A. Again, as I've said before, it's one that the management and myself feel is the best combination we can play at a particular ground. Nowadays, the game is so competitive that you can't make changes forced on giving people chances in between a series. 1 or 2 spots will be available for changing and trying some other player, but I don't think we can make too many changes as far as one series goes, because we're playing a big season. We're playing at home as well, so you want players to be in that kind of mindset where they feel like they come into the next series, they know they're in the starting 11 and prepare accordingly. We have done that pretty well so far in the last year and a half. A couple of spots here and there will always be up for change because of what the conditions and pitch are like. As I said about one bowler playing above the other, or the batting spot I mentioned in the last game. Q. Thoughts on the conditions? A. I had a look yesterday, there were a few damp spots. Covers came on pretty quickly today, so I don't know how much that has dried up. We're obviously going to name a few more than 11 and take a call tomorrow as to what the best combination is. Apart from the damp spots, the surface looks pretty dry. Should have turn and bounce, that's the feeling I got. But if we have rain for the next 3 days on and off, I'm sure the seamers will get much more assistance. Even in the side nets today, the seamers did get a lot of assistance. So, We'll have to keep enough players in the squad for us to change last minute according to what the weather conditions are like and how much the wicket is going to stay under covers.